Hello, I am Sean Sands from Gamers with Jobs, back with more Europa Universalis IV, Sligo into Ireland and crush England and eventually take over all of the British Isles and then the world. No, just probably just the British Isles. Picking right up where we left off, and things are kind of quiet. No, Brittany, you're not as precious to me as you once were. So we still have a truce with England for a while, till 1524. They've still got they got back their alliance with Austria, and Denmark as well, who still has Norway as a junior partner, so probably won't see any good opportunities to declare war on them directly. We can repay a loan. Can we repay all the loans? We have one left. Let's repay it. No more loans. Excellent. But we do have a way in by attacking Kildare, except that Kildare is... Well, no, Kildare is just allied with Scotland. They're not guaranteed by England anymore. So it's going to be interesting to figure out how we expand from here. As we were talking about last time. Like, that's nothing new. But for now, what we're really worried about is just kind of getting our tech cranked up, taking advantage of our 666 super young king, and going from there. So we'll pick up our next to last quantity idea, and we will pick up the last one as soon as available. We have some Methian separatists in Mead, once the Pale, now Mead. I assume Mead, not Mide. We'll go ahead and crank army maintenance back up since we're making money. And we'll take care of that. That probably will get rid of them straight out. We lost our general, which is... 20 influence. Heck no. England has rivaled us. That seems aggressive, but to be expected. Yeah, let's just get our king as a general. No, never. It's never happening. He is going to live a comfortable life in a padded castle, where he shall never be troubled with any requirements. We will enable army drilling. I'm not worried about England going to war with us at any time soon. Wait, England? No, is that Burgundy or England? Burgundy. Okay. France is at war with Burgundy, which is not great. I don't think England could pull Austria into a war with us, so they would be on their own against us and Scotland, and I think we are close enough now where we could take them on their own, as long as they weren't able to bring something like Denmark in. So let's focus on making sure we have nice relations with Denmark, good relations with Austria. We don't want them having any kind of reason to... wait, Irish or Westmarch? Maybe Argyle. Okay. You've done enough over in Scotland. So we're going to make nice with Austria as well. Don't want them to have any reason to join a war against us. France is struggling a little bit. Might want to make nice with... So who's this war against? I assume Burgundy did not attack. They attacked Naples? Who attacked Naples? The Milanese Neapolitan Punitive War. Looks like they were looking for an excuse to get involved in a tussle. They could lose 10 influence and 15 loyalty, gain 40 ducats, but then we can pay that right back, right? This is for the clergy, so we can make a donation, which is less, and get that 15 loyalty right back. In fact, this is a net positive for us as long as we don't care about papal influence, which we care a very tiny bit about. Take that, pay some of it back, keep the rest. And we lost influence. We paid, so basically we traded a little bit of papal influence for a reduction in clergy influence. All right, so yeah, Naples is making a move. Burgundy, Switzerland, Genoa, Milan, and the Papal State all are in a coalition. So that got France involved because France is an ally of Naples. Bohemia is getting ready to attack Hungary. Such is life. How long till our truce is up? Because I do want to keep an eye on that. Okay, Ulster Wait, I don't want you guys doing this anymore. Stop it. Because we're about to get Ulster separatists. How many? Click the button. There we go. 10k. Well, I'm going to get one of them. Probably actually want to pull him back here just to be totally safe. Till his manpower is totally back up. And I think we can go ahead and add... here. Because our force limit is up to 15. So we actually have room for one more after this. We're definitely going to get the... you know, I say definitely. It's pretty definite, though. We're going to end up with some unrest. Or some rebels, specifically. About 20k by the time it's all over. I think we can manage that, but it's not super desirable. Can we get one more claim? Cumbria, Lancashire. We have both. Nope, we don't have Lancashire. That's what we'll get. And then that's enough of doing that. And we have claims here and here, right? Yeah, we have both our claims there. Let's keep nice with our allies with our last free Diplo. Do 1-0. Good. All right. Denmark beaten up poor Norway. Did Norway declare independence? Or with Denmark, England, and East Frisia? Yeah. Norway tried to claim independence on their own. Doesn't seem to be going well. Sweden's like, fine with me. See if I care. Because Sweden's like that. France getting their territory back under control. Who's Munster at war with? Trier and Saxony. And seems like they're doing okay. They're with Gelry, Munster, Gelry, and Lüneburg. Saints perform miracles. Gain a stability? Heck yeah. Let reform come. It's not going to come up here anytime soon. We can get our diplomatic trade idea. That's good. Also gives us a max promoted culture, which I don't care about. So we still don't have the trade range to get into the White Sea yet, which is really our only accessible one that actually feeds into. It's probably not. It's not a very rich trade node anyway, but it would be nice to have available too. Okay, we got the Ulster situation under control. Maxed out on admin power, which is always good. And we're still a long way from upgrading, so we can spend some admin power on development. I want to get the best bang for the buck. Connacht. Is there a reason I didn't want to do Connacht before? It's because I have the clergy, but it's not going to boost them that much. We can only do 2. Let's do one more somewhere else. Can't do any more in Twidham. I don't know. Ormond. These still have... Their autonomy's not so bad. Actually, I may boost it here. Good. We got the Ulster rabble under control, and we'll do the same here. So we aren't actually going to pop any rebels after all. We were able to manage that nicely. We wanted to build some more workshops, right? That's what the mission gives us. Build buildings is workshops. So is anywhere particularly useful? Nowhere's particularly useful yet, though. I don't want to just do it to do it. I'd rather get the most out of it at this point. Yeah, we'll build one of these in Mead, right? I don't know if that's right. Lots of war on the mainland, which is fine. Let's make nice with the big dogs in Europe for a little while. It's just a lot of anxiety over here. Now, this is interesting. Out of curiosity. Now, we're still a couple of years away. Denmark, the Papal State, and Utrecht. Call our guy in Austria, who is getting wrecked by Milan. So, wait, Austria, why are you in a war with Milan? Milan, the Papal State, Burgundy, Ferrara. Oh, were you allied to Naples as well? Oh, poor Austria. So Austria and France came to the defense of Naples, like, oh, we're the big bullies on the block. And, I mean, France still technically is, but that's kind of a mess down there. Still making money at max manpower, so I think we will go ahead and max out our guy here. What are they back down to? Is there an opportunity coming up? I mean, I know I said there wasn't an immediate opportunity to go after England, but because they're at 24,000, this brings us to almost, it brings us to 28,000, 29,000 actually, 30,000 when I get my last guy. And in fact, our manpower went up by one because I spent all that money on admin power, and I'm in fact going to spend more money on admin power. Well, let's make sure we don't have any inflation. None to speak of. I mean, it could boost stability, but I kind of want the development right now because it does exactly the and we're about to get our increase to force limit. So that's all good. This is autonomy, right? Yeah. Tirhuin. Gonna get the next boost. So I think we will. Do we want a third? Still at 2.3. Maybe a third cavalry? And then we'll bring, after we build that, we'll bring him back up and get rid of the rest of the Ulster separatists. Denmark, the Papal State. Just out of curiosity, I mean, wait, did they lose their alliance with Austria? Yeah. Denmark, the Papal State, and Utrecht. Papal State won't even join right now. Archery versus muskets. Increase military tech cost or lose some army tradition, which we would recover how quick? What's our army tradition? Never came right here. It would be a morale loss. I'm fine with this, actually. Oh my god. Too much admin power. Let's go ahead and boost stability. We can afford it right now. Okay, let's slow down here for a minute. So talk to me about what would happen if I attacked. Brittany and Scotland would both join. France would not, for obvious reasons. Papal State would not join. Denmark would. How many troops does Denmark have? They have 13,000 troops they could field. And they still have Norway as a partner. Let's not get sloppy, though. I don't want to get sloppy here. I mean, now Austria is not their ally. Utrecht I don't care too much about. But I do think we want France to be able to get in this war. I think we go ahead and grab this. And we focus on continuing to kind of stabilize so that we are now able to field our full 24,000 troops. Which would be right in line with England. I mean, they're fielding 24 out of a force limit of 27, but we are now much more in a position to do that. And then we can. Somebody mentioned in the comments, and I think it's an entirely valid comment, that our opportunity to attack Kildare was when we were attacking England in a previous episode. I get why. Yeah, I was aware of that. I did. I don't know if I talked about it, but I did make a choice not to do that. And the reason was a couple of things. I didn't want to start it right at the beginning because I just didn't know how we were going to do with England. We started to kind of get in the lead, but we were stuck down here in London, and England had recovered this fort as well as Westmarch as the Papal State was starting to invade over here. I think it's completely reasonable. Like, there was no good time then to attack Kildare because Kildare would have just helped the Papal State siege up the rest of this. And even if they didn't, even if we were still able to get the Papal State out of the fight, they'd have 5,000 troops up here running around doing their thing. Now, I could have, of course, I could have And you know, even at the time, actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I had realized until after the war that they had allied Scotland either. So probably that as well. Um, so it's probably possible if I'd waited to like right at the end of the war and just declared on Kildare right before I ended the war with England, I could have used that to my advantage. But I don't think I had realized at that point that they had allied Scotland. So it's a valid point. It just didn't work out that way. It will probably, hopefully, work out more in our favor next time. But you never have a morale guy when you want him, do you? Diplorep, improve relations, not really my thing. We're swimming in admin points, so I think I like the money more right now. You know, our power projection is garbage. France, what do you want? France wants to fight. Or is Castile attacking them? Attacker against France in the Castilian conquest of Labourd. So Spain is taking the opportunity to attack France while France is at war with Burgundy and everybody else on the planet. A war that, you know, Aragon. Is there any kind of likelihood that... What a mess. It's just a mess. I think we're going to have to accept. I'd love to see France go ahead and get out of this war here. Oh, that's the Papal State. I thought Austria had occupied this area. Sligo and Brittany. Give it a month and then we're going to accept. Yeah, we're going to have to accept. We're not going to do anything, but we are going to accept. I'm going to bring you right here. What we want to watch out for is any... I think we need more men. More dudes. Mostly what we're watching out for is any Spanish invasions. I can't imagine there's a reason Spain or Portugal would come up here and siege us down, but they might. They might get squirrely like that. Jeez, France is not in a great way here. Okay, so Portugal and Spain are sticking to bullying France a bit. And England does not appear to be on the precipice of mounting any kind of attack right now. That could change, but move your one guy. Just stand there and let him get eaten. France really needs to figure out a way to get out of this war. Because Naples is decidedly losing that war, as, you know, as happens with just most coalition wars, I find. Still making a tiny bit of money, but we've really increased our land maintenance modifier quite a bit here by beefing up our army, which is fine. I think it de-incentivizes England to try and pull something shady here. I wish Scotland was in this war with us, because then totally we would activate against Kildare. But France and Scotland never figured out how to make it work, those crazy kids. Just do that. Well, Morocco, because we're at war with Castile, has given us some money, which we will probably spend on manpower. Could do a land force limit. Marketplace might be the way to go, at least just for our capital. Not worried about advisors right now. I do think we can spread the love on the national focus now that we've really stabilized our... I think stabilized is an understatement. Really gotten our admin power under control. Man, I am going to miss that when it's gone. So we'll put some in Ormond and Slegish. Nah. Sildara still has too much. autonomy to make it worth our while. Where's this? Desmond? Tell me about you, Desmond. You're making 18. You only have 16.3 autonomy. 4 development province could probably use some boosting up. Okay, so Spain does not appear to be that interested in giving us a hard time. This does significantly weaken France, which is not my favorite thing that has ever happened. Austria's got Protestant zealots running rampant everywhere. But Denmark seems to have gotten themselves under control. How far is Sweden from wanting something at some point? In fact, instead of Kildare, what are you doing in Kildare? Get out of there. Pardon me. Why don't we see about maybe getting something going with Sweden? God, we just keep losing our generals left and right. Clergy 10 influence. Lose influence, gain loyalty, lose prestige. Can we do something soon with the clergy? If we can get admin soon, might be worth it. No, we're a long way from that. That doesn't matter, sure. Wow. France has got problems. They were doing so well, too. I mean, within reason. They were kind of fighting the world and staving them off. But then Spain got all antsy. And they just cannot seem to extricate themselves from this situation that Naples has gotten them into. And they're not even allied anymore with France. Does that mean France is only in? No, they're still stuck in that war. They just aren't allied with them anymore? Oof. Oof. That is bad. Boom. Out of curiosity, Scotland would come defend Kildare if we tried to attack them, right? And we can't just march in there. Yeah. There's no war we can drag them into, is there? I think the focus here just remains, again, it's sort of like earlier in a couple episodes ago where it's like, be patient, don't try and force things if they're not there. I'll take the corruption here. Take a little bit of a ding in our economy, which is back to one, not quite 1.5. And we'll get to keep kind of developing up, which is all good. Here. Here. Kildare. Not provoking us, Kildare. Nice try, idiot. We'll crank trade efficiency. Boy, our ideas are trash. Let's see if we can beat this up before they come around. So they've got 13,000. Okay. I'm not sure what the point of that was. Looks like they were thinking about landing some troops. We need to go ahead and get our general back. Get a general back. It's not a good one. Okay, what are you doing, Aragon? I do not like you out there. Maybe they will come and try and invade. Which is a thing we definitely do not need them to do. Oof, France. Jeez. Not often you see that. Milan, give it, or Naples, give it up. Let's go ahead. No, not ready to do that yet. Right, you're moving 9,000 dudes into Cork. I'm going to pull him down, but I'm going to see if I can knock you out of there quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see if we can still do it. If we start to lose any ships. Everybody's still above 90. We finally started sinking one of their... This is nice because not only are we sinking and the reason I'm doing this is because not only are we sinking any transports, but we're killing the... I mean, that sounds awful now that I'm saying it, but we're getting rid of the manpower that's on those ships. And St. George's Channel on the 14th. Believe it or not, I'm going to abandon this because I don't want to get caught out in the open. Kind of want to sink him, though. Let him join in. Okay. Now we're going to get out of there. Okay. We can just straight up fight these dudes. Not sure what they're trying to prove with all this. Let's go ahead and grab an admiral. And he shall be called Brechobrin. They're kind of spreading themselves out. Gives us an opportunity to defend themselves. If they staged a full-scale invasion, we would be... Okay, France is done with Burgundy. Did they have to give anything up? They did not. Okay, so France may get out of this unscathed. That's not the way to think of it. He's leaving. Come on. No, don't come on. I didn't. I sounded like I was provoking you, and that was a bad idea. No, this is a good idea, though. Let's go get this guy. Unless those are heavies, which they're not. They're 5 transports. Giving us transports to eat. Really appreciate it. Too bad we're not capturing anything. You know, Spain, you think you're pretty smart, but I honestly think France will end up turning this around. They're going to spend a boatload of money to do it. But I think Spain's going to end up really regretting this war. Let's make nice with Burgundy, though. Just in case. Just in case. Sweden, what do you think about an alliance? They're not into it. They feel neutral about us. Why? We love you, Sweden. We are best friends. Now I keep clicking that because I keep wanting the mission. What does the mission give us again? It's anything really good worth doing that? Tax income plus 10 ducats. Plus 10 ducats, not plus 10%. Plus straight up 10 ducats for 25 years. It is building time. All right, where do we have these? How many do we already have? We have 1, 2, 3. Let's build 2 more. That better be true. I better end up with like 11 ducats at the end of this thing. Okay. I thought it was 10%. 10 just straight up ducats changes everything. Again, forgive me. I think I mentioned this before, but if not, I've got a cold, so trying not to be too gross, just coughing and hacking in your ear, but you know. Our manpower is now at 25. Our force limit's at 25. Don't think we're going to rush towards that, but we're certainly going to be thinking about a war against England in the not too distant future. And then honestly, once we have England kind of mitigated, I'm not going to give a lot to Scotland next time. I would be more inclined to just release vassals and stuff like that, or release other, countries and then try to vassalize them than in Scotland more, because our partnership with Scotland may begin to shake, particularly if they don't give up with Kildare, and they've got no reason not to they've got no reason to keep their... Well, of course, we're going to get rid of Kildare once we kill England anyway. But, I mean, still, Scotland, you're part of the British Isles. Our long-term goals are what they are. You almost got them out of there. If you'd waited and been patient and brought your 14,000 troops, well, they've still got a sizable force there they're working with. Do we want to invest in an offensive idea? I think we want to wait a little bit and just see where this takes us. I don't know. Yeah, they may win this battle here. I'm curious. So France has, I mean, Elan is such a big deal. They have 0.7 better morale. Tech is the same, I assume. 11, 10, 10, 11, 10, 10, 9, 10, 10. So tech level's the same. That morale is going to make all the difference, though. Unless he can get in on time, and he does not. So they were not able to siege downstairs. Paris, they will eventually win this. They, being the Spaniards, will eventually win this battle. Increase the counter-reformation. It'll increase our idea cost. Idea, not idea. Why do I want to do that? There's no reason to do that right now. I don't care enough about the Papal State or Austria. Nope, no counter-reformation. I mean, we still want to be nice with the Pope, but Papal State's like, fine, I'll ally Portugal. Thinking I'm going to get all upset about it, I guess? I don't care. Portugal's down here. They even lost something to Morocco. Morocco gave us money. We know who our friends are. In the not-too-distant future, I want to think about getting a heavy or two. Scotland doesn't... Scotland's got 2 heavy. So, I mean, I want to be able to match their... It won't be for England, but it will be for Scotland to keep up with them. Also, if we're able to be the ones who declare against England, we may be able to catch their trade fleet out in the open. We won't hold a long-term naval war against them, but we could reduce their numbers a bit. They've already got... almost got Paris down again. National arrest or lose prestige for 5 years. How much is national arrest plus 2? I would put these back on the table. I will take the prestige. It's not perfect, but again, you know, not only are rebels just basically problematic, they're also super expensive. What's going on up here? Kildare? Oh, poor Kildare. It's funny because ultimately England is still what's saving Kildare, at least from me. Because I don't want to attack Kildare because I don't want to start a war with Scotland, even though I think I could win that war. Pretty sure I could win that war. I don't want to start a war with Scotland because that will give England a reason to potentially invade Scotland. Or make us a better target because we would lose an alliance. So it's the threat of England against either us or Scotland that's making me need to keep my alliance with Scotland, which is making me need to not attack Kildare. So in the end, it all comes down to England. As long as England's the powerhouse, they control they control a lot of the decisions I'm making. But, boy, I don't know. Is France going to be able to swing this back around? God, they're in debt. They must be thousands in debt. What's the war score? Minus 55. Oof. Yikes. Let's go ahead and get some more development. Getting to a point where we almost can't do more. Might boost up some... One thing of manpower somewhere in here? Probably here. Look at that manpower. It's really nice. Well, it's because the nobility's here. Doing admin here won't do anything for us. 800, 260, 2400. That's 85. I don't want to spend 85. Maybe here? Yeah. Knock. Crank that up. Get another 300 manpower. And then we can also boost our admin a little bit. And this is a valuable province to do that in. Now we're almost back up to 2 ducats. But I want to get a cannon next, so I'm going to hold off on. No, just leave him there. Don't do anything stupid. Don't go rushing off. Be prudent. Be patient. Opportunity will present itself. France is going to win that one. Good. He still just doesn't have enough to swing up here, and he's lost Paris. What does he stand to lose? Laborde? Probably. Maybe Aquitaine. Maybe not. Interesting. Austria's still got problems, and they have not re-allied England. England has not picked up new allies. Just checking. Munster would join in. Brittany would not, but the Papal State is back in too. If we're going to go to war in a like where there's a lot of other people, and the Ottomans are doing their thing. Pressed up against Austria. I assume Austria is rival to the Ottomans. They are, so that's a threat. Bohemia, the Papal State, Muscovy, and Najd. Oof. Look at Muscovy. Yikes. I am glad I'm not playing in here. This is a bad day to be Poland. Let's see. Continue to get more development, I guess. I guess we'll do some in slice now. A couple there. I don't want to get another idea until after I get the next tech, just so I don't want to wait on any tech. Yeah, I don't want to wait on any tech. Do we want to get a advisor? This will give us improved relations, which is a Diplo advisor, yeah. National unrest -2 might not be bad. 50% cheaper, but that's going to use up everything. It's a skill 2 at 50% cheaper. That's basically going to be most of that money. I'm going to wait until I get the last England. You stop it. Oh, thank God. Austria. Really, Austria? Why do you care about England? And we may find ourselves just having to turn the eye to Scotland instead. Just to kind of keep boosting up. On the other hand, we're doing as much as anything right now by just cranking up that development. Our it's still at 25, but we got to be close to getting up to 26 manpower. We are nearly England size. I notice England's no longer training its troops too. God, Austria, you're the worst. Who are you at war with now, Austria? Bohemia, the Palatinate, and Würzburg. Why don't you call England in on that one? Look at this, Bohemian and the Ottomans allied together, and they've just eaten Hungary alive. Oh, there we go. Armagnac, Béarn, Aquitaine, and Laborde de Castile. And they had to release Provence. Oof. Castile. Let's make nice with Castile. France is in real bad shape all of a sudden. Provence is allied with England. England, how many allies do you have now? Why did England have 6 allies all of a sudden? Jeez. Huh. And so the pendulum swings. All right, no, this hasn't been the most exciting episode in the world, but I mean, it's really an interesting political episode to me. I mean, it's been nice because I think this is the thing we needed to do, which is really focus on just upgrading the core of our country. Next, we're just going to want to get our army fully up to speed and be able to support that. Send everybody here. So somebody pointed out, as you know, this is an estimate, and I think that's fair. I am just going to, out of simplicity's sake, still. All right. Well, we can get that back, fortunately. Though we may wait until after we've teched it. We'll get to the end of this year. We'll tech up, and then we'll call it an episode. So I mean, I think this is the right move for now. That takes up to 4.71. So let's go ahead and crank in another one of those. Another one of those. All right, we want to get to a place where we have the full ability to field our entire force limit. Brittany, you're not that important to me right now. And Munster's even been reduced down a bit. Sweden's who I'd really like to get. I would even honestly be tempted to get Burgundy at this point. We could. If we broke our alliance with France, that would take them down to 48, and Burgundy would then. Does Burgundy have? No, Burgundy. Who is rivaling? People. Somebody has to not like England as much as we don't. Well, Burgundy. So they have rivaled Burgundy. No, Burgundy has rivaled them. But boy, you know, it feels short-sighted to suddenly start ruling France out. But man, new organization, army professionalism, and we gain a force limit modifier guy. Probably put him in place just because I want the 2.89 per month instead of 5.7. But we would still be making money. Again, let's hold off because I want to get that other, what do you call it? I don't want to lose a bunch of money. Boy, the burger influence is basically gone. And grant them monopoly charters. Oh, nope. We just don't have them anymore. The burger's no longer irrelevant. Okay, then. It's still a number of years away. Yeah, counting France out just seems ridiculous. But Burgundy is just being stubbornly strong here. If they start eating up Flanders and Brabant and Holland, who else have they got? Lorraine? Ferrara, that's right. Weirdly Ferrara. We can get our tech now, which is the perfect time to do so. This will begin to give us our manufactories. We'll do that. And we'll grab our Diplotech in the very near future. So we're teched up. Making some money. Making almost 3 ducats. And we wanted to buy... How close are we to being able to buy that building? This thing is 85. So next month. Okay, we're going to see that. I know I'm like, we're going to do this. This is how I play EU4. Like, just, we're going to do this and stop. Well, after we do this, we'll stop. Well, one more thing. That's just... so I want to see if it really works out the way it implied it would. That I'll suddenly be swimming in cash. I hope so. 25 years. So 25 years at plus 10 is 120 per year. 1,200 per 10 year. 2,400. It's basically saying here's 3,000 ducats. Which I guarantee you I can find a use for those. That will not be an issue. So it's a year till that's done. Man, that is a bummer. Look at that. Disgusting. Milan? Milan? What are you even doing, Milan? How do I get England into a war without dragging the rest of the world into it? I mean, I could wait for the Reformation Wars, the 30 Years' War, but that's going to be a lifetime. Why does everybody like England? I mean, everybody's down here. So the answer is have the strongest navy. Okay, well, that would be a lot easier if we weren't talking about England. Go ahead. Then the answer really is get to a place where we can just beat up Scotland. Oh, Scotland. And by the time we've beaten up Scotland, we'll be strong enough to fend off any invasions when we're ready to attack England. Man, I feel bad. Oh, not that bad. I will get over it. Do not worry. So Catholic zealots. Why Catholic zealots? Are they not Catholic? They're Protestant. So we have Protestant influence in our country? Interesting. Well, then go win, Catholic zealots. Brittany is Reformed. Reformed or Protestant? Protestant. Protestant. Catholic. Interesting. I didn't realize they had done that. We can go ahead and grab our Diplotech. We're about to finish our workshop, which will be a very interesting result. We can actually go ahead and grab that advice. Discipline, we want a discipline advisor. Change of plans, we want that discipline advisor. And we want them like crazy. Heck yeah. Yeah, if we have 10, we can get more advisors. That's more monarch points. So that should be 5 workshops there. Right? Feel like that's 5. Maybe it's got to turn the month. Duh. Yes, there. Okay. So right now we're at 2.37. We are going to complete this mission. Plus 10. Show me another month. God, my poor prestige. Rip my prestige. Yeah, we can do this now, actually. We don't really have any unrest to speak of. Unpause. 2.37. Plus 10 ducats to tax modifier. That's what that said. All right, how? Somebody explain to me plus 10 ducats to tax income. Our tax income is 9. Building spree gives us 0.83. That must be, it's supposed to be 10%. It must be 10%. And it's just written wrong? Like, that's not a percent. That's a percent. That's a number. At least we got some admin. All right, well, you got me, game. You got me good that time. Stop improving relations with Scotland. I'm not sure that's necessary. Munster's getting all kind of Trier separatists, Utrechtian separatists, Quaker heretics. Well, that's Gallery. Yikes, we are not backing the right horses right now. All right. Like I said, I'm going to stop it there. We got some stuff to figure out. I think we will figure it out. I think we just got to make the right moves at the right times. I mean, that's what this game is all about. Anyway, as always, my name is Sean Sands from Gamers with Jobs. Thank you for joining me for more EU4, the Rule Britannia expansion. We will see you again real soon.